Today's Open Artist Spotlight is actually going to enroll you guys as artists to consider an artist residency program. How you like that? Yes, there's an artist residency program at the Andrew Freedman Home that gives artists time and studio space in a nurturing environment. In exchange, they provide the Mid-Bronx people to new art and cultural experience. And well, also, one of their artists in residence is currently displaying her exhibit, Nothing Lasts Forever. And, well, they're joining us today. And so we have Natalie Collette Wood, who is the artist in residency. And then we also have the program manager, the residency program manager, Melissa Calderon, who's going to discuss the artist in residency. So welcome, ladies. That was a lot to kind of like get out, but I want to make sure that everybody's clear that you're here to discuss this wonderful program, this amazing bartering system that the Andrew Freedman Home has. And then Natalie, you are a testament to the artist in residency program, right? Because, right, aside from your artwork that is already being exhibited, Melissa shares that you've done some really amazing work with the seniors. So, Melissa, let's start with you.
Absolutely. The Andrew Freedman Home has been on the Grand Concourse since 1920, and it was a retirement home for people back in the day. And recently, within the last 4 years, Walter Perrier, our executive director, decided to house artists, local artists who needed studio space. In exchange, they would do community service either with the kids or with the seniors right in the community. And they would be able to essentially have their studio space for free and have it for as long as they want, as long as they were creating great work and that they were pretty much giving back to the community. And so right now, Andrew Freedman, we've been here doing this for about 4 years, and we decided to have an open call looking for other Bronx artists to join our community. So in the next week or so, we're going to launch our open call on our website, andrewfreemanhome.org. And we have about 14 artists there right now, and we're looking to bring more in. And Natalie is one of our newer artists. She's been there about the last 6 months, but she's been a Bronx resident for much longer than that. And she's done such great work with the seniors, and including her own work, which is in our galleries right now. Anybody could come by and check us out right on the Grand Concourse and see her amazing work, and also talk to us about if they're interested in, if they're a writer or a painter or a sculptor. We're looking for all sorts of artists to apply and be a part of our group.
So before we move on to Natalie, I just want you guys to get this clear, right? They're offering free office space, or in a sense, not office, artist space, right? But, you know, essentially it would be your office space, right, where you develop and you craft and you create, in exchange for community service. That, of course, feeds the serves the community in an artistic manner. And Natalie, who happens to have an exhibit, we're going to talk to her a little bit, is also an artist residency at the Andrew Freedman Home that happens to be having an open call next week to enroll some of you guys, anybody interested in having an artist space for free. Okay, so Natalie, who is originally from Vegas, right? And she's a Bronxite now. And so she's created this art exhibit that's called Nothing Lasts Forever. And from what I read, you kind of have like a reminiscence of one versus the other, and the way things dissolve.
Yeah, and the way memory works. So I've been a Bronx resident for the past 12 years, and this has become my home. And the show really takes departure from the Andrew Freedman Home, and you know, knowing the history of the home and what it's turned into now, and kind of recreating that landscape of how the Bronx is a very urban environment coexists with such a natural space. Because we all know the Bronx is the greenest borough, and we have some of the greenest landscape in the Bronx, and just weaving those two together and how those cohabitate together.
Well, we're looking at some images right now. Is this what we're discussing right now?
Yes, this is images from the show. So they're very large-scale paintings, and that also reflects the scale of the Bronx and my experience traveling through the Bronx and navigating the Bronx.
So, in essence, what we're talking about is, I guess, the there's a rejuvenation going on here in the Bronx. There's a rebirth going on. I mean, not that it needs to be rebirth, but there is, and I'm very fascinated by all the transitioning that's occurring. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but we showed the Get Down earlier, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, now we're going to teach everybody the history of hip hop, through that platform, and then Andrew Freedman Home is been here for centuries, and so it's been able to sustain itself, and now it's kind of serving another purpose and you're capturing that from your perspective of now.
Yes, and what also complements that very nicely is the show that's also going on that called Fly Girls. That is a show of the seniors I've been working with throughout my residency. So I've been working with about 7 seniors at 900 Grand Concourse, and they have done amazing work. And they've explored themes such as celebrating women, their life experience, and the environment. We've created a mural of highlighting strong women figures that we've created. It's 10 by 5 feet long, and that show will be going on simultaneously as Nothing Lasts Forever. So you can really see when you come to the Andrew Freedman Home what the residency is all about, and these two coexisting sides that go together.
Nice. It sounds nostalgic, and I love the fact that you're actually giving seniors this I guess feeling of like, you know what, I can start all over again.
It definitely can there. Yeah.
Well, in art, that's what art does.
Yeah.
There's it's obviously therapeutic, right?
Yeah.
Because God knows we are, we're saying, right?
Absolutely.
I'm relating as an artist because, I know Melissa for years.
Yeah.
Melissa and I have been part of this movement for like, I don't even know if I want to say how many years, but we are big contributors to the movement that we're now witnessing and experiencing. And it's just lovely to see more come. And I love that there's an open call happening because there's a new generation of artists that need to be nurtured.
That's right. And we really want, Andrew Freeman is about the Bronx, and we are about supporting local artists. Regardless if, like I said, visual arts, we have musicians, we have drummers, we have Bombayi Plena drummer who also teaches Afro-Latino history.
Right, Bombayo is an artist in residency.
With us, yes. So it's like we're so excited to be able to provide this to Bronx artists, to open this up to every Bronx artist, to be able to be a part of our community. And as you come to the exhibition on Sunday, you'll be able to see that. And her exhibition opens right after Boogie on the Boulevard at Bronx Museum, which is from 12 to 4 on the concourse right in front of us.
And it's right across the street.
That's right. And at 4 o'clock, you could come visit us at the Andrew Freeman Home and see Natalie's work and talk about the residency, because it's such a wonderful opportunity. Free space. I mean, that doesn't exist in New York City.
It doesn't. It doesn't. That's why I had to reiterate it, because I'm like, okay, are you listening? Because I love the fact that it's kind of like saying, hey, don't stress out over the money. However, you're going to pay it forward, right? Because that's what we do as artists anyway. Except now you're commissioned to do it in, I guess, in a structured manner.
Absolutely.
I don't know what other way to put it,
It's very true. But you know what? And then those, like right now, the seniors, they're going to be coming on Sunday, and they get to see their artwork in a gallery and in a setting. And that amount of pride you can't buy, and she's truly paying that forward to them. And I can't wait to have them there and see their work.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Melissa,
thank you for
all
having
the work
us.
you've done all these years, and now taking on the role of being the manager of the Artist in Residency program. I know you're an Artist in Residency resident there as well. And Natalie, congratulations to you on your exhibit. And for you guys, be sure to visit Natalie's exhibit, Nothing Lasts Forever, on display now through August 31st at the Andrew Freedman Home, which is located at 1125 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And for more information on Natalie Collette Wood, you can go to nataliecolettewood.com. And if you are interested in the Artist in Residency, we highly recommend that you go see her exhibit this Sunday at 4 o'clock at the Andrew Freedman Home. And you can speak to Melissa Calderon, and she'll give you more details.